Good morning. I've been laying here thinking, how am I going to start this video? It's been a week and I've done nothing. Lay in this bed the entire week. And for some reason I'm getting sick. Oh, I'm so miserable. My house looks like shit. And I don't want to be angry with myself, but I am. So I haven't told you yet, but yeah, I shaved my head. And the funniest thing is, I didn't shave my head because I'm so miserable right now, or because I'm not miserable. I don't know how I feel, but I shaved my head because I wanted to start my hair growth journey back again. Well, not again. I want to grow back my edges because my hair fell out, but I hate it now. I feel even less than anything else. So let me show you what it looks like.
I wasn't sure if I was going to make this video. When I started this channel, I imagined I'd be sharing my progress, rebuilding my life, and getting healthier, creating routines, and moving forward. But the truth is, for the last week, I've barely even gotten out of bed. I felt overwhelmed, exhausted, unmotivated, and honestly a little embarrassed. And when I look around my house, I realize something. My home has become a reflection of my mental state. The clutter, the laundry, the dishes, the things I've been avoiding, it's all sitting there showing exactly how I've been feeling. I don't want this channel only to show the good days. I want it to show the truth. So today I'm going to start cleaning. Not because I suddenly feel motivated, not because I've magically fixed my mental health, but because I know if I don't take one small step, nothing changes. And maybe you've been feeling the same way. Just know that you are not alone.
Sorry, I just wanted to set you guys up on the tripod. Yes, I posted my first video and I got my first subscriber. So, to my first subscriber, can you please just comment down below or who you are so I can just give a shout out to you? Not a shout out, just to like probably say thank you. And tell me what it is or what was the reason that you followed me so that I could, I don't know. Well, it depends on what the reason is. Anyway, but thank you. Yeah, so I need to get myself out of this funk. I need to get myself out of this. I'm upset with myself because one, I started fasting just because I needed to, but then I failed. And I broke my fast early, and I'm upset with myself. And this is something this is like I'm learning. So this is not gonna be a planned video. It's not gonna be, like I said, it's not gonna be aesthetically pleasing videos. It's just gonna be me documenting my life, whatever that looks like. And today it looks like shit. So, um, I want to make myself a cup of coffee and then just wake my brain up and wash my face, brush my teeth, and start cleaning. I wanted to actually bath before I started cleaning, but the bathroom looks like shit. So let me at least just make myself a cup of coffee, brush my teeth, wash my face, so I can wake. And then we're gonna start cleaning. Um, I don't have a tripod for my phone, so I can't even put this in shorts. Like I want to actually, like even though I'm documenting this, at least I want to give you quality videos to watch. Like when I'm talking about quality, I mean like the pixels of or the format of the video must at least make sense. Because what I was doing previously is like I'm recording landscape, right? And then when I put it into shorts, I kind of just crops it, but then it doesn't make sense because the setup isn't in portrait or like there's a long way, you know. My training starts early. And you wake up. So update on what's happening at work is the liquidator came. We're at least getting paid for this month, so my 2 month plan is still on. I'm just upset with myself that I wasted an entire week just laying in bed. Oh, why am I getting sick? Um, but I need to get out of this, and I just need to sit with God and I just need to sit with God. What that looks like is germanium. There is a plane, a charter, something flying over. So I don't know, like my first video, like I said, I hope you can't hear that noise and you could hear the noise. Because my mic wasn't like plugged in properly. It's plugged in properly now. So if that you didn't hear that noise of the charter plane, it sounded like a charter going over, then we're good. If you did, I need to figure out how to do this. I need to, because I have like little mics that I used, like that I used to use when I was using my phone. I don't know if it works because this flipping camera, uh, this camera came with a mic. It's got a mic attached. It's plugged in, but it wasn't working. Anyway, I look like shit. So let me just get my coffee, brush my teeth, wash my face, and yeah.
You know, as I was cleaning and as I was just listening to worship and listening to podcasts, a lot of things would play in my mind. Like, I'm the type of person that just deals with my stuff on my own. And like, mental health was not something that really stuck with me. And I'm a colored girl and I grew up with a colored mother. If you're not clean, you're lazy, you know. But I was thinking, and this really got to me. I don't think I ever really understood how closely our environment is connected to our mental health until this week. For the last 7 days, I've barely gotten out of bed. I wasn't sick. I wasn't physically unable to do anything, but mentally everything felt heavy. Even the simple things felt overwhelming. Answering messages, washing the dishes, putting clothes away, opening the curtains and feeling the sunshine. Everything felt like it required energy I just didn't have. And the strange thing about depression is that it doesn't always look like the way people think it does. Sometimes it doesn't look like crying because it's something I really can't do publicly, like I can't show people. Sometimes it doesn't look like sadness. I just tend to just shut people out when I'm going through, and I just feel like to me, it's like people just think I'm moody. And sometimes it looks like just doing absolutely nothing. They start blending into each other. You keep telling yourself you'll do it tomorrow, then tomorrow becomes the next day, and before you know it, a week has passed. As the days went by, I watched my home slowly become a reflection of was happening in my mind. The dishes stayed where they were, the laundry piled up, the things got left the way they landed, and every time I looked around, I felt worse. Not because of the mess itself, but because the mess became a reminder of how stuck I felt. I think a lot of people underestimate how much shame can come from depression. You know what needs to be done, and you see what needs attention, but somehow you still can't move. And then you start being hard on yourself, and you start calling yourself lazy, undisciplined, unmotivated. When the truth is, you're struggling, and the struggling doesn't always have a visible face. What I've realized this week is I've been carrying so much pressure about losing my job, pressure about my future, pressure about my finances, pressure about taking care of my family, pressure about rebuilding my life, pressure about becoming the person I want to become that I never got to be. And yes, it's all my fault. And somewhere along the way, I became exhausted, not physically, emotionally. mentally, spiritually. I needed rest. But I think there's a difference between resting and hiding. And if I'm honest, I wasn't resting anymore. I was hiding. I was hiding from responsibilities, from difficult thoughts, hiding from the decisions that needed to be made, hiding from reality. And while staying in bed felt comforting at first, eventually it started making everything feel worse. Because life was still happening around me, I still needed to do laundry, I still needed to do dishes, the house still needed attention. And every day I stayed in bed, the mountain felt bigger. Today it wasn't about fixing everything. Today wasn't about becoming productive. It wasn't about having a perfectly clean home. Today was simply about moving. One small step, one room, one surface, one load of laundry, one bag of rubbish. That's it. And something surprising happened while I started cleaning. The silence felt so good. For the first time in days, I wasn't scrolling, I wasn't overthinking, I wasn't laying in bed and playing every worry in my head, what I was gonna do, how I was gonna get there. I was just here in the moment, present, doing one thing at a time. There was something peaceful about it. The sound of water running, the sounds of things being put back where they belonged, the feeling of creating a little bit of order where there had been so much chaos. For a moment, my mind became quieter, not fixed, not healed, just quieter. And maybe that's why I needed this more than I realized. Because cleaning wasn't really about the house, it was about creating a space to breathe again, creating a space to think, creating a space to hear myself, creating a space to hear God. One verse that kept going in my mind today: Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. I think sometimes as we read the verse and imagine rest being stopping, but maybe sometimes rest looks like taking one small step forward while trusting God with the rest. Maybe rest is knowing we don't have to carry everything ourselves. Maybe rest is believing that even when life feels messy, God is still working. Just like this house didn't become messy overnight, healing won't happen overnight either. And that's okay. I'm learning that healing doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes healing looks like getting out of bed, opening the curtains, washing a plate, picking up the clothes off the floor, showing up for yourself when you don't feel like it. Today isn't the end of the journey, it's just the first step. And right now, the first step is enough. There's still a lot left to do. There's still a lot of areas of this house I've been avoiding, areas that honestly feel too overwhelming to tackle. But today reminded me that progress is possible. Not perfect progress, just progress. In the next video, we're going to keep going one room at a time, one step at a time, and hopefully one day at a time too. And I really thank you guys for being here and listening. And I just want you to know that you are definitely not alone. So start with that one place and sit in your thoughts and just imagine yourself waking up to this beautiful, clean space again. See you in the next one.